Hello, 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 hello. There's noise of cat nonsense, but I can't see what. I feel like I should go check that out. Hello. Sorry. Hello, everyone. Yeah, and there is noise of cat nonsense. 1 second. What are you up to? What are you do? Hey now. Ugh. The little monsters. We bought them some new toys we haven't unpacked yet, and they've managed to get into the cupboard where we keep them, and we're doing their darndest to get their toys early, which is, as I'm sure I don't need to, I don't need to explain to you, very naughty. So, cat business dealt with. Hello, everyone. It's Johnny. You remember? Johnny. So, I'm starting a new game today. It is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, I played the original Stanley Parable, loved it. That was about 10 years ago. Haven't played it since. So, and from what I understand, the Ultra Deluxe edition has a lot of new stuff. So it is. I think there'll be a lot of stuff I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And a lot of stuff that I'm just going to be like, oh, this is new. So very excited because I was a big fan of it the first time I played it through. Now, before we get started, I've got a couple of... Our video is half a second behind the audio. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see if we can adjust that. Oh my god, cats! Criminals! What am I gonna do? I'm trying to stream. It's the Stanley Parable. I haven't played it before. Okay. You can have your toys when I'm done. Oh. Right. Yes. I've barricaded the cupboard door with the bin. So hopefully that'll give us a little bit of peace until I would ask Sash to play with and get some of the energy out, but unfortunately Sash isn't super well today. But I'll keep half an hour out to make sure there's not too much cat nonsense. Anyway, hello everyone. I've got a couple of Ko-fis to read from between the streams. Ko-fi from Violet Vampire. First time I managed to get to Book Club Live. I've been having a bit of a rough couple of weeks, and this is a lovely break, so thank you. That's about Sasha's Monday Book Club stream. So I will pass on the wonderful message. Ko-fi from Dante M. Hello, I can't be here live today. We have our final rehearsal today. Hope you're all doing well and can't wait to catch the VOD. And traditionally, please remember to save the VOD to YouTube. I will nudge Sasha about that one as well. And a Ko-fi about Ayla. Hey all! Couldn't make the stream this week due to me working for the first time in 2 years. Was pretty nervous about working again, but knowing that I have the stream VOD to watch when I get home makes it all the better. Hope everyone's having a great day. That's really lovely. Congratulations on getting a job, getting back to work for the first time in 2 years. That does sound very stressful. I hope it's going okay. Hope you're doing all right. So those are Ko-fi's too, because I think we've got a few new, few folks who haven't caught a stream before. The way it works is, so we have some wonderful mods. Myself and Sash have a team of 5 amazing mods, and we like to pay the mods, and ideally, we like to pay ourselves a little bit to, you know, eat and that. So everything that you donate through Ko-fi, or cheering or subscribing, everything like that is split pirate style between us and the mods. Which means, you know, I get a share for doing the stream, they get a share, each of them gets a share for modding the stream, because, you know, modding is it's work, and it deserves to be paid. So if you do enjoy this, or if you're watching this on the VOD or on YouTube eventually, and you enjoy it, do drop a donation at Ko-fi or cheer or subscribe. It all goes into the same pot. So and the mods are our mods are amazing. It's Jester and Maddie today, and they make the chat really lovely. They've made a really wonderful little community here. So yeah, right. Let's get started on the Stanley Parable. So, subtitles. No subtitles. English, Francais, Deutsch, Espanol, Italiano, and I assume that's Russian. I don't actually know how to pronounce Cyrillic, which I feel is a real failure of mine. But I'm not going to use this as an exercise in trying to get better at German. I'm going to say English so that if I talk over the narrator, which I will, it's not going to ruin the whole game because people can't hear it. Okay? You ready? I mean, yeah, yes, you know what I have, yeah. Computer's barely visible. Probably about... Hold on, actually, I should check on the... How's that visibility for you, chat? Yeah, good. Can you just about... is the computer barely visible? Good. Okay. All right. I'm gonna call it there. Maybe a little bit up, just the tiniest bit. Confirm. Please enter the current time. Oh goodness. I believe for me it is currently 8:11 p.m. Okay. Quite excited about this. Alright. Oh. Oh yeah, it's got the little recursive game thing. That's fun. We've had a couple of Ko-fis. Ko-fi from Ryu here. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all. From Ireland, I get a long weekend. I'm happy. Congratulations. That sounds... I'm glad you get a long weekend. Cool, happy St. Patrick's Day. Ko-fi from Foxglove Pal. Had a bit of a bad last 2 days. The company I work for had to let 70 people go. And while I'm not affected, a few dear co-workers were, and I have to do a lot of org stuff as I'm in HR. Cried quite a lot when the news broke, so looking forward to switching off this weekend. That absolutely fucking sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. It's one of those things where, like, redundancies suck so much because even if you are not made redundant, you, like, A, you got that weird sort of pseudo-survivor's guilt, and B, chances are you've got a lot more work to do because there's less people for it to go around, so, you know, really sorry to hear that. I hope you can relax a bit, and I hope this stream chills. Loud Rats is raiding with the party of 5. Hello, Raiders! We are about to start playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and I'm sure it will be fine. Hang on. I think... Is the angle of the phone different on the screen here? No, it's just because the aspect ratio is different. It's like there on this screen and like there on the monitor, so it's all squashed. Okay, let's begin. Let's go. The end is never the end. The end is never that it is loading. end is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah, it is. That's
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day.
Wait a second.
Every month.
That's what I do when playing a computer game.
Might have considered it soul-rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah, I better get to the bottom of this.
Solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, first he's going to have a look around his office. Interesting. There's my... Oh, what does it say? What is... There's no way to zoom in, is there? Something... Recommendations for the Oversight Committee. General questions about something or other. Some pencils. Oh, that's nice. I assume. I don't hate Mondays anymore because I'm self-employed and thus the days of the week are meaningless. Which is nice in some ways, and in other ways very untethering. Also, Stanley, you don't hate Mondays. You don't hate Mondays at all. It just said you were happy. Can I click on things? What can I... Okay, so if I press... It clicks, but it doesn't really do anything. Alright, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Oh, yeah.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Yeah.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Okay, well...
you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm certain, yeah, 50 clicks, that's going to do it. Any minute now.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What? I don't know where that is. Can I just click this a bunch more times? I'm going to do more clicks here, just in case. Fine. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for door number 417. Who farted? 0433. What a character. Oh, hello. Is that a computer I can use? Oh. No, I just turned it off. Number 1 dad. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I like work I just hate my boss. That feels a bit confrontational for the workplace. Smile. That person was having 2 cups. Nice, lovely. Oh, another... No. Be my Valentine. Seems a bit forward. It's a very old style phone, like a rotary phone. That guy's... Oh, hello. What's that? How the Mighty Have Fallen from the Weekly Monitor. Okay, what's the... I can't read that one. What does it say? An examination of the impact of the work and art of Lula Chamberlain. Interesting. Who farted? Oh, number 423. What a card. What a character. 419. Who farted? Oh, number 419. What a character. What is this? Knowing your city. I don't know what city I'm in. That time's not right. Which is weird because I did tell it the time. Oh. Wait, is that 4B6? That doesn't make any sense. I hate Mondays. Ah, here we are.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Alright, you got it, boss. Wait, where is door 437? Wait, there isn't. Is there a door 37? 432, 435, 437. 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Yes, this feels right. I'm feeling good about this.
Now, back to door number 437.
I'm gonna get an achievement. Oh, no, it was here, wasn't it?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Is this the copy
All right,
machine? Yeah.
back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Wait, how do I do that? I can't... Oh! Can I... Oh, I managed it! Did it... How do I do this? I can't... I've got no way of jumping. Oh, am I there? No.
Yes!
Oh. Aha!
This is great!
Aha!
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Surname access. Okay, yeah. Where's 416?
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I'm starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable, actually.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh,
Hey.
wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I see. Yes, I see. You know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's do what the man says to begin with.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, R.I.P. Franz. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. IT department. We're broke Wednesday. Uh-oh. Termination Tuesdays? Pranking floors meeting. What to do about 432? Wait, am I 432? Don't tell 432 about the meeting. Was that me? No, I'm 427, I think. What about here? What we got? Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next to his agenda. Reflect. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. What? Pay for funding for R&D for new coffee machine. Standardized graphs. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. Synergize papers. Hey, we hired someone to synergize the papers. They're too synergized. The papers are too synergized. Who moved my desk, please? Yeah, okay, alright. Well, we're all having fun here, aren't we? Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need less reviews to get rid of the death sport portion of the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net. Some sort of child trap. Teenagers. Size of demographic. A lot of percentage. Space between teenagers. Throw something in the ideas bin. 10. No more bins. Trash cans. 20. Rename the idea of bin. 30. Firing of me. Ideas bin. Wonderful. What do we got here? What do people want? The stock market is somewhere here. Coloured in segments. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. What is hot? Profits. And profits. Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things or money. We have our new product. And synergize. Core value expenditures. Shift global market paradigm. Monetize free to play. Quarterly pie chart profits. Lovely. What we got? Oh goodness. That's a lot of charts. Boss appreciation minutes. Okay. Just enjoying the solving. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why did we hire you? Remember that it takes two people. Success, transcend, plant life, football, pollution, comatose, less air, spring break, metamorphosis, a boat, mitosis, hope, talk radio. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Thanks. Let it boil inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. I think they're talking about you, the mods. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Be sure your slide has a slick blue graph in the header, some bevel on all the text. Oh, bevel. Everyone is unique, and it is most of all me. Number of slides, lovely. Slides, charts, and slides. Nice. I'm personally a slides guy, but charts, they're not too bad. Pretty much charts on the same side. Interesting. Graph of, oh dear. Uh-oh. I see. And we come full circle. On we go. Broom closet. Ooh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
We sure? We sure there's nothing here? Oh, I can crouch!
There's nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I am checking it out. So there's
it was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Gun.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Well, maybe I enjoy it here. Maybe it's fun for me.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, yeah, alright. Okay, fine. I should probably...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, something's red downstairs. Is red. It's sinister down here. What's that? Handwritten, but I cannot. Is there any way to zoom in? No. Dear loser? No. I can't read it, it's not. Hang on. Settings. Field of view. Oh, controls. Jump. I don't think I've been able to jump. Oh, interact. Oh, I see. Crouch, auto walk. That has not helped. So there is no way to zoom in. That's a shame. Yeah, it doesn't... Oh, you can't jump. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Okay, they were just lying.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
What about the stars, mate?
Speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
What about the stars? I didn't meant
for
the
certain,
stars.
Beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yeah,
How
exactly.
else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh, shit.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, no.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hello, Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Poor old Stanley.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Well,
but then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned.
Yes, off you go. Off you go, Mariella. It's important you're not late. Well, that was the Stanley Parable, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Next week, I think we'll probably be playing. Oh no! Hello. I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Interesting. We've got... Okay. Sorry, Kofi from Ari... Oh, hold on. Video is lagging behind the audio. It would have been a good thing for me to have noticed that before I just did a whole run through, but that's fine. I'm gonna okay, everyone, we're gonna do some clapping tests. So this is now, I know that is going to not be synced up with the video, but I was in the zone. So let's try it now. Is that better or worse? Worse. Oh, goodness. Right. Worse, you say. Let us try. Okay. How about this? Better or worse? Much worse. Oh no. This is... Wait, hold on. It can't have been worse both times because I adjusted it in 2 different directions. That doesn't... Okay. In which case... Lay this. Yes, okay, smaller adjustments then, Maddie. I'm going to do smaller adjustments. How about this? Better? Good? Almost. No, it's fine. So close. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. We're all just hanging here. We are all simply vibing. Just a little bit. Good. Ooh, yes! Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, okay. Anyway, anywho's. Kofi from Ari Switzer. Long time no Kofi. So nice to be back in chat for Stanley Parable. I really enjoyed the original when it first came out, and I'm excited to see what's new. All the best to Sasha, Johnny, Mods, Cats, and chat. Yeah, I'm also excited to see what's new. Weirdly, I'd forgotten, but that was, I think, the first ending I got when I played it the first time. So clearly, my mind is just naturally like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do what it says, go through the first door, but you know what? Let's go down towards the spooky red basement. Kofi from Sasha Neumann. Obligatory thank you for a distraction from work hell. Also, I'm here for all your Cyrillic and Russian translation needs, should you ever have any. Well, I mean, I can't promise I won't ever have any. Like, yeah, but I'll be honest. But I didn't put the Cyrillic subtitles on, so I'm not going to need to constantly be like, Sasha Neumann, what does that say? Sasha Neumann, hey Johnny, you still using the touchpad? Yeah. What's it to you? I'm on the couch, so I don't have anywhere easy to put a mouse. Everyone's so horrified. Everyone's so horrified. This is how I play This is how I play games on a laptop. WASD and a touchpad. Anyway. Kofi from Wandering Lost Breeze. Hello, Johnny and various other entities. Great news. Today is my cat's birthday! Her name is Sky. She's 3 years old, and as of today, she's been a major help to my mental health during the pandemic. She is also incredibly spoiled. Happy birthday, Sky. I hope that Wandering Lost Breeze has given you cat milk and some fancy food and maybe some toys and plenty of playtime, because... yeah, well, I'm sure they have, because you are incredibly spoiled and you deserve to be. Kofi from the Rain's End. Hello, everybody. I don't have anything in particular to share this week, but we all know the drill by now. Fridays mean a stream, and a stream means Kofi. Brackets insert self-promotion here to new chatters. Who am I to deny the natural order of the world? Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, Toys R Us. Wasn't Chris in here? Brackets the broom closet. He was, but to be fair, no, letting him out was ongoing. But I mean, everyone's vanished. Everyone's vanished. So you know. Oatmeal Raisin Cookie 69. Hello, I'm new here. Twitch recommended you to me. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Twitch. I don't know. I have no idea what bizarre algorithms govern Twitch, but I'm very glad that you've chosen to join us. I am Johnny. I'm a voice actor, horror writer, games designer, etc., etc. Like, just a lot of... It's, you know, I have one of them creative careers you're always hearing about these days that's like a dozen different things because you can't live on one source of income alone. And we're playing the Stanley Parable. And, all donations, subscriptions, cheering, it's all split between us and the mods, because mods deserve to be paid, because they've created a lovely, amazing little community here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I probably do. I probably do. Let's admire the employee lounge.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
It is actually pretty nice.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I mean, it
Stanley
is actually
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Much nicer than the break room that used to be at my old work. Wait, hang on. That's a second #1 dad mug.
Really worth it.
There can't be 2 #1 dads. That's
so
not
utterly
right.
captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I'm detecting a hint of sarcasm, narrator. And that doesn't sit well on you.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Yeah,
it's
right.
possible that this is
Coffee
why
nut.
everyone left.
What? Really? Because I like to hang in the break room? That doesn't sound right. Okay, fine.
Stanley sat, but at last he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
It's pretty spooky though. What's this one? You know what? What's this? What is this? This like...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Where am I? Oh, okay, hello. A4. This is fun. Warning! Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion. It will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Okay. Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Danger everywhere. Okay, well, what do you want to do? I mean, you did kill me once. You did tell me you did send me mad and kill me. So... no buckets past this point. Alright.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh, what are you? Alright. Alright, you want to show me your
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
You've trapped me.
I wanted to stop.
No, come on.
We would both be so much happier if we just...
Come on, I listened to you once and you trapped me in a loop.
Well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What is this?
Here. Yes.
Ooh,
it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
It is nice, actually.
I actually feel happy.
Okay. Yeah. Just watching it. Meditative. Ooh, more lights. Ooh, some green lights now. What are the green ones doing? Ah, I think it's just another version of what the white ones were earlier, but they're still very nice. Chill vibes. Well, that's nice. Let's see what's on.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Well, okay, fine. We'll go back. It is
Right.
nice.
Where were we?
Okay. Oh, the red and the... That is actually really quite beautiful. Yeah. That's the good shit. This is probably a good opportunity to... Oh, an anonymous gifter is gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. Thank you. Kofi from a fellow trackpad user. Johnny, it came up during the Power Wash Simulator stream that you've played a lot of Final Fantasy VII. I'm curious, what is it you like about the game, and what do you think of Cloud? Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, so what I like from the game, at the end of the day, is that I played it when I was, like... 11, like 10 or 11, and it was absolutely seminal in terms of like how I mean it was my first like proper RPG. It was foundational to my love of video games in a lot of ways, and so and also it got me one of my first like good friends in secondary school, because I met a kid who also loved Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and we just talked about them a load. And I didn't actually think it was that important to me until I played the remake, and I was like, oh no, these are some feelings being stirred up. I don't know I don't know how I would necessarily say like I have thoughts about Cloud. It's an interesting one. Like I don't know. I couldn't really say without going into various spoilers. I'm very interested in what they're doing with him in the remake. But yeah. Alright, let's go.
Oh no. Ooh. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Alright, let's go back for a tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more lovely lights.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
So it's pretty lights and relaxing music. Forever or death. Pretty lights or death. Chat has decided the owners of the two #1 dad mugs are married. Of course. Of course. That's the obvious. I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. Wait, no. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, because the thing is, even if there are two dads, even if they are married, either one of them is a slightly better dad, and thus that doesn't actually solve the multiple dads number one dad mug conundrum. Chat has also suggested that Jester suggesting same dad multiple mugs. Maddie said they tied for first. I don't know. I don't know if that's something.
Coward's answer.
Yeah, Sash says that's the coward's answer. Anyway, let's go kill ourselves because we've looked at these lights for a long time.
No.
How you doing?
What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved
right.
here.
I'm so sick.
You're so sick.
Yeah. And I'm so bored.
Oh no.
Everything makes me feel sick and I'm so bored.
Oh no. I can, if you want, I can tell chat to do one and make you a cup of tea.
It's okay, you don't have to tell chat to do one.
I'm happy to.
They don't deserve that. They don't deserve it.
Well, okay, if you're sure. I like that. Gaming Shale Cat. They're very uncreative and got the mugs for each other.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, so they're suggesting that I leave them with the pretty lights and go to make tea.
Oh.
Yeah, I will do that.
Oh, that's sweet of them. Yeah, they're very sweet.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
I mean, not forever, but until I've made a cup of tea for my sixth spouse. And maybe one for myself. Shh.
Those are pretty lights.
They are, aren't they?
I still haven't done that bit of editing I was supposed to do. Looking at my screen's making me feel nauseous.
Well, then stop it.
Did you know this is still on?
Well, yeah, because I thought you might want to make your pizza at some point.
I'm gonna make chili. I should probably eat something, shouldn't I?
Just a bit of it today.
It's okay, I'm sure they won't tell my boss.
What sort of tea you want?
Green tea.
Oh, chat, you want a cup of tea?
Green tea or like a ginger tea or like a diet coke or something.
Ah, yes. That sort of tea. I'll make you a green tea.
someone's in the kitchen.
I think they could hear some of that quietly, but...
I've been complaining about how sick I feel. Sorry if you've heard me complaining about how sick I feel.
Here you go. Here's your tea.
I think that you'll all be very sympathetic and nice.
I'm sure. Chat, here's your cup of tea. You couldn't decide on how many sugars you wanted, so I've not put any in. Anyway, this is just for anyone who's joining for the first time. It's usually much more professional than this. Wink.
I'm going to sit down here and play hanging out for a bit.
So yeah, your tea's just over there. Chat. Obviously, if you don't drink it soon, I might have a sip or two myself. So make sure you drink it. Right, where were we?
I'm hoodie on my phone so I can hang out with chat and you.
Right. Okay. Time to kill ourselves. Content warning for killing ourselves, I guess. Because those lights were nice, but it's been a while.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Yeah, but then you said the game will reset, so
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It was nice, but you've had it for a while, okay?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. Thinking about it. Is there another option?
You know that you still say that they should pray for Johnny?
Sorry?
It's fine.
Okay. Alright. No, I lied. I'm gonna do it. See you in the next life, narrator.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
What were you before? You're the same thing. You're still just trying to tell me what to do. Hey!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Yeah, okay.
Can you do that for me?
Okay, let's go back to the other room for a little while.
Yes. Perhaps you can.
This is so efficient.
Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
At the same time as Sasha Neumann, and then everybody's like, "Hi, Sasha."
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I'm sorry, I'm very sick.
That's alright.
I'm not at my best.
That's okay. Just enjoying the vibes here for a little bit. You sure you don't want your tea, chat? Sure you don't want it? Oh, alright. Alright. If you insist, I'll have a... lovely. Delicious. Kofi from New Packaging. Hi! I haven't caught a stream in a while because I've been ill for like a month. Oof. But I'm finally better. The only upside is all the extra free time the only upside to all the extra free time is that I've finally started learning Korean. So far, I know how to say hello, goodbye, thank you, and I'm an idiot. Nanyun paboda. Well, I'm my pronunciation will have been all wrong, but I think the sentiment carries through. Right, okay then. That was nice. Time to hurl myself to my death a third time.
No, perhaps not.
This is just a jam sketch.
My
By which
God.
I mean...
Is this really how much you dislike my game?
What? It's not
You'll
your...
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
It's not... It's
You're
a nice
literally
enough
willing
game,
to kill
but...
yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, you're not reading the situation correctly. You're being... Fine, let's just do this.
It's so
Oh my
Or maybe
God.
you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
You just want us
this one
to...
is yours.
Like, I've given you so long in your room of pretty lights. You know? But I'm not getting the really good vibes from it that you are. It's just very pretty. So...
Is it over?
there we are. Oh,
It's
not
going
yet.
to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. That was an awkward one. You know?
Oh.
It's always a bit awkward when it takes you a while to kill yourself to spite the voice in your head. Good tea. You're sure you don't want any? Well,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
oh,
Use the balancing force trap. I don't have
okay. Oh. Okay, that's...
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know.
I've got no balance with the force trap.
Oh. Okay, oh.
Oh, it's
Where I'm
balance,
going.
I see. Oh, sorry, I'm talking.
That's alright. What's going on?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I remember.
After
that?
receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator.
Yeah,
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I mean, it's made of balsa wood, and this iron seems a bit rusty.
Is it broken?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, here we
yeah,
go.
here we are.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never
new
been
content.
more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the
okay.
content, Stanley.
Let's go. What?
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay. Wait, hang on. I can jump! I can jump! I can't jump. Ooh, can I jump from inside the circle to... What if I can jump? More. And then will I run out of jump, or will I have achieved something? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
You can no longer jump.
I can no longer jump. I used up all my jumps.
Did you have a fun time?
Is that it?
No, not really.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Ooh. Someone says something.
Goodness.
Sorry?
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What's down there? Okay, nothingness.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, all right. Oh, he's done it for me. All right, you know what? I'm feeling better disposed towards the... Oh, hello. What's up? Someone's different. This isn't where I normally am. Yeah, that's a picture of where I normally am, but I'm not there.
Psst.
Oh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What's going on? Coffee nut. In the vent? Okay, what's... Ooh. What's going on here? I don't...
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh, okay.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh, this is nice. Oh, and there's a copy machine. That's nice.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, yes. Lovely.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
I do.
Back
It was
then,
pretty good.
video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Indoors Monthly, Time, Shapes, Graphs, National Geographic, Cargo, the Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. Oh, 2014 Independent Games Festival Audience Award. Oh, what's this? Oh, the Stanley Parable won a BAFTA. Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought? I think that's not that surprising.
It didn't. It's a joke.
Fake?
It's making a face.
Don't they give BAFTAs to video games now?
I don't know.
I think if they do, then they should have won one.
I remember. Yeah, me too, old man. Ooh, the original remake. Good times. Trip down memory lane. There's a dollar. Can I take the dollar?
You want to hear something wild about Star Wars the deck building game?
Yeah, I do want to hear something wild about Star Wars the deck building game.
They've got red and blue colour coding for the different sides.
Yeah. Huh?
Red is Rebels and blue is Empire.
What?
Red is Rebels and blue is Empire.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense actually, because traditionally
because of the blue force lightning.
the blue force lightning.
Yeah.
And the red lasers.
Speeder.
The red lasers.
They all have lasers though.
Well, yeah, but the
Stormtroopers have lasers as much or more.
Sure, but I like to think of them as rebel.
It's for Luke's land speeder, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
for
sure
Luke's
that's
land.
where
Yeah,
they're
that
coming
makes
up with
sense. Yeah, I got that achievement. Yeah, I didn't get that achievement. New video game releasing today. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. 50% off designer hat. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What good memories. Ah, yes, that was the first time I died believing myself to be mad. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. It wasn't that nice. Ooh, what's in here? Oh. Oh, I can't sit on the chair. I can't sit on the bench, but I can enjoy the views.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created.
I did hear that.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
No, it's the same. I could just jump.
Now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new
and
elevator
jumping.
content.
I was able to jump. I liked jumping. Oh, hello. So let's see. This is the original. The original remake. What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Oh, I can't go in.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The
only
Stanley
9 out of 10
Parable
this
is
time.
both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
It was 9 out of
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Yeah,
What's
we're in
this?
the
What's down
maintenance.
here?
Uh-oh. Steam reviews.
Oh no. Oh God, no.
Oh,
Stanley, it's
no.
a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, narrator, my friend.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You can tell me if I'm preachy,
No.
honestly, you can.
Yeah, no,
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
It's fine,
Oh,
it's
dear.
fine.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
We're gonna walk into the
What's
sea.
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay, this is... Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on.
It's
No,
fine.
no,
It's
no,
fine.
no.
Like,
The
honestly,
Stanley
it's fine.
Parable
Don't...
is a game for the people.
No, it's...
And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well,
Okay,
don't sit
I
around
feel-
waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
No, I'm not...
Here,
look.
we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Okay.
And it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what
Okay,
have you,
are we
and therefore,
literally
by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably,
literally
we
looping
all
around
until
until
the
I press the
end of
button?
time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
I'm gonna let it loop all the way around
We've eaten
twice.
too much and it can't be just yet,
then I'm gonna press the button, I
until
think.
245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices.
Okay.
Or oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy
Okay, are we done?
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
It wasn't,
Not that,
though,
of
was
course,
it?
you need a
'Cause
description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
I'm sorry I missed
Look,
it.
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Yeah, I think it's.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
I mean, it does.
It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history.
It has a lot of
history.
it has a lot of connotations.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look,
Maybe.
I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Repeating.
Treatise, manifesto.
So, meanwhile,
Treatise,
I'm going to
manifesto.
have a... Oh, we've had a couple of
Treatise,
Kofi from
manifesto.
Crochet. Hello, my
Treatise,
good news is I
manifesto.
attended a Yeet the Teat
Treatise,
top surgery fundraiser
manifesto.
for a friend last night.
Treatise,
It was a lovely
manifesto.
evening which raised quite a lot.
Treatise,
Also,
manifesto.
although I am now very
Treatise,
hungover, so the
manifesto.
Stanley Parable streams are welcome
Treatise,
comfort. Much love,
manifesto.
and I hope Sasha feels
Treatise,
better soon.
Oh,
Manifesto.
thank you.
Well, that's
Treatise,
lovely, and I
manifesto.
hope your friend gets the teat eat
Treatise,
soon.
manifesto. Treatise,
and,
manifesto.
Yeah, I am sorry that I've just
Treatise,
come
manifesto.
downstairs.
Treatise,
No,
manifesto.
About going, oh, I'm so
Treatise,
sick.
That's all right.
manifesto.
Wildly
I'd much ra-
interrupted.
Treatise,
I'd much rather
manifesto.
that you were like a
Treatise,
bit sick around the
manifesto.
stream than just feeling
Treatise,
dreadful upstairs on your
manifesto.
own.
Treatise,
Kofi from Nonsense.
manifesto.
Finally managed to catch the stream
Treatise,
live once more and with such a
manifesto.
fun game. Thank you for
Treatise,
great entertainment. I now feel
manifesto.
full of energy
Treatise,
and ready for book editing
manifesto.
tomorrow.
Treatise, manifesto.
Spoofer proof. I'm
Treatise,
in an intro to philosophy
manifesto.
class right now, and this is exactly what it feels like to listen to the
manifesto.
lectures and feel your eyes
Treatise,
glaze
manifesto.
over slowly.
Treatise,
Yeah, raid phrase, treatise,
manifesto.
manifesto.
Treatise,
Okay, buddy.
Manifesto.
Let's
Treatise.
go.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I don't think you
I
can,
guess
buddy.
I should become better educated on exactly how Steam
That might
works.
be an idea.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
I mean,
Although I
yeah.
have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
I
merely
like
because
how
of this very
they've
situation.
really
Yes, I think
cranked
that's
up
quite likely.
the sound
Or
of the ticking
perhaps
clock.
They'll simply grant this particular
very
user
effective
the
level.
ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Is that? You just. Okay, are we Are we done? Are we? It's quiet. Guess I'll have to skip. Can I leave?
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
I don't
Wasn't
know,
there
mate.
a door that led into this room?
Yeah, there was a door, but
I
it
do
didn't
feel
open
quite
anyway.
certain that there was one here before.
Yeah.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
Nope.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall?
Nope, we can't
I'll
get
take
out,
any
mate.
of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
Yeah,
we need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sorry, I just looked at chat and someone was like, "Oh, I just came in and this is a very confusing game." It is a very confusing game. It's a funny kind of art housey game about the nature of choice in video games, and it's, you know, it's. I'm just, you know. But yes, I'm going to take this moment to just flag that if you are enjoying this streams, if you're watching this on the VOD or on YouTube, you can, everything you donate via Ko-fi or subscription or cheering is split between us and the mods in a sort of pirate shares style, and the mods have done an amazing job helping create just a really lovely little community, and so yeah, Ko-fi's help support us, they help me and Sash eat, they help us afford delicious teas to try and soothe my poor sick spouse. You hear that? You hear that?
I don't know, actually that was pretty weak. I don't know if they did hear it.
Yeah, you know, so if it's important, please, my spouse, they're very sick. Anyway, so if you enjoy it, please do support. All right, let's do the fucking skip button. He's not coming back, is he?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
Yeah, and did you find us a door?
The skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Oh, dear.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Yeah, well...
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley.
Yeah.
I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you,
Yeah.
you're going to press the
Of
button
course I
again.
am.
Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise.
No.
Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
Yeah, you let them
those
get
reviews
you.
that I couldn't get out of my
You let
head.
them
I
get
just
you.
couldn't ignore
And now
the negative
you're gonna be
feedback.
stuck in a
Why was it
room
so
on your
important for
own
me to fix the problem?
while I-
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even
You
met
shouldn't have-
Cookie Nine. I have
shouldn't have-
no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here
No.
I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone
Yep.
ever says about me.
I'm probably gonna
The
leave
merest
you for
mention
a
of one of my
while.
imperfections, and I become as impetulant as
gonna-
a child, wild and impulsive. I can't
I'm
help
gonna leave you
myself. I
to
can't
it
stop
for a
myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to
Let it
alter and
be.
to change and to... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here.
dear.
Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I mean, I
Because
can,
maybe,
but-
Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along?
Yeah, but you
Perhaps.
are, though,
Yes.
in a very
Perhaps
real
I've been
way.
scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you
I have
and
a
me.
nasty feeling you're
when
going
you
to,
press
though.
that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone.
press this
I
button
am
again.
something. I am
And
being listened to.
he's
I am
going to
being
go
recognized. The emptiness
full
between us has collapsed, and I feel right
ranting.
now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow.
Oh,
onto the
Manifesto is
wall.
winning.
You see what
Oh,
I'm
Las
saying,
Calendar
don't you?
brought
You can
coffee,
see what
thank
this
you.
means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button
I
for
will.
the next
I'm
time.
about to.
What a terrible dread it strokes in my
Yep.
heart to think of
'Cause
it.
I'm
To
getting
think
closer.
of returning to such coldness.
Yep.
Come, let us sit in silence together here for
Okay.
just a moment.
Just a moment.
Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Yes. Companionable silence. See you around, narrator.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No,
Let me
no, I
describe
haven't.
it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, What took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment.
It's actually good that I abandoned him.
For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
No, I've got the skip button.
Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna skip, I think. Bye. Is it narrator? Are you here? Guess not. Oh. What's beeping? Something's beeping. Don't like that. What is beeping? Is it the smoke alarm? It's the smoke alarm. Why is the smoke alarm beeping? Well, time to skip again.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he... The end is never the end, 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 is never the
Oh. What happened here? If only I was still able to jump. So this isn't a way out though, is it? I can see sunlight. That's nice. Even if I can't reach it. Oh, beautiful. Life. Verdant life. Oh, life's gone. Don't like that. Oh. Oh, hello. Something happened. There's a... Goodness. Oh my. Well, went in, just walk towards the sun, I guess. Goodness, I walk slowly. Oh! I'm back! Right. Well then.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know what? The narrator's been through a lot. Let's give him this one. Oh, new content. No, you know what? Let's give him this one. Let's just be nice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, very plush. What's this? Executive bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Ooh, extreme bathrooms. Nice. Ah, no mirror. That's nice. Right, buy executive bathroom. Actually, can I... No, these aren't things. These aren't clickable things. Buy executive bathroom. Business times. What's in here? Ooh. Let's just go into the office. That's what
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, you're right, I don't know it. See? I don't know it's 2845, I'm just trying random combinations.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, fine.
2845.
Yes.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, hello. Bit sinister. Ooh, more elevators. I thought you didn't like elevators, narrator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Mind
door that read
control
Mind Control
facility. No, we're being nice. We're doing on what the narrator said. Oh, time to press the big lights on button.
The lights rose on an enormous room
Whoa.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I'm pretty strong.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
An elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, probably.
No. He refused to believe it.
Ooh,
He
fired.
couldn't
Someone's
accept
fired.
it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes. System power off or on? Off. Yeah. Take that, mind control. What's happened? Oh.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
A little bit, yeah.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, He realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he
A
needed.
pastoral idyll.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yes.
And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, beat the game. Alright, now we've done what the narrator said. So, I think, well... Let him rely. Ah, an Amazon warehouse. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's have a quick... Just have a quick
Stanley
look at the
decided
new...
to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total
Just
solitude
quickly try
was
the new...
terrifying
See
to
what
him.
see what sort of new content we got.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take
we seem to be getting
one
faster,
step
right?
even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few
New
minor
mug?
additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could
Time
go in
to
so many
wake up.
different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel. Yeah, okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Never underestimate coffee enjoyer who left their cup by a leather sofa that faces a blurry room. Color red, leverage, holistic value. Ooh, paradigm shift. I like that one.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, there's a bus. There's a bus. Okay.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I saw the new content. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Office decorations, reassurance bucket, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, I want that. Button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Yeah, I want to hear my name. No jumps remaining. Player tears. Okay, I see. Yeah, I want to hear my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
If my name
but
was
of course,
Jim,
in the
that would
final
have blown
game,
my
this
name,
button will
my
say
mind.
your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of
I'm
this
getting into the
feature.
Jim space.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
Hey chat,
Let's take
I'm
a
Jim,
deep breath,
and we're
clear
playing
your
the
mind,
Stanley Parable
forget
2,
whoever you are, and simply become
we're
a person
pressing
named
this
Jim.
button.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim.
And if
falling
you
in love
enjoy
and being
Jim's
heartbroken
Twitch
as
streams,
Jim, seizing
please drop a
all the
Ko-fi,
world's possibilities
so
as
that
Jim, and as
Jim,
watching your dreams
Jim's
crumble
spouse
into
Jim,
dust.
and
Do you feel it
and the
deeply?
mods
Are
such
you
as
really,
Jim and
truly
Jim
right now?
can
If so, then
can
please
all
step
eat
forward
because
and press the button.
you know all donations are split between all the Jims.
Jim.
Oh,
Yes!
that was
you
pretty
see?
good. Felt
What a
pretty
thrill,
good.
What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Yeah, all right.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much.
I'm just enjoying
Jim.
being Jim, mate.
I'm putting the Jim button away.
What do you mean
Otherwise,
you're
soon
putting- No.
you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim. Jim.
Wow. Sucks to be Jim, I guess. Alright.
I suppose I could
infinite
allow only
hole.
people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable
What's this?
2.
What is
That would
this,
actually save me the work of finishing. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Infinite hole. Okay. Tell me more about this infinite hole.
I think you can find out more about them on OnlyFans.
Boo. Ooh. Please no screenshots. Okay, what's that?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well
Sorry,
Someday
mods.
and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Well, obviously the happy 12th birthday stepniece are much more fun.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Okay, well. Alright. Okay. They are more boring.
Or
in terms
actually,
of balloons.
maybe I should have gone with...
Yeah,
No.
well, it's too
No,
late now.
I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Yeah. Ooh, the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
Right.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem
Is it
of
the
the game.
reassurance bucket?
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see,
Okay.
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Okay, yeah, I want
As
to.
long as
Can
you
I hold
hold
it?
on to the bucket,
Yeah,
the
I'd like to
many
hold it, please.
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable
Yep,
will feel
kinda
perfectly normal
really love
and
to-
perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Yeah,
and
can
to be
I
honest,
want the-
it's a much more convenient
the
solution
bucket.
for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes. Oh.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, I can.
The glow
actually.
of comfort, even in the face
nice.
of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh, thank
I
you.
think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Do you like holding
The
this
benefits
bucket?
of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Yeah.
All
I'm
this
down
and
with
more
this.
awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah. Fantastic. Just keep the bucket. The button
Does
that says
anyone give
Jim.
out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
Well, they should.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
No screenshots. No pictures. Oh. You heard Jim in the game. Yeah, I did. Now, let's figure out this. Oh, collectibles. Okay. Oh, the expo hall. Okay, I'm here. Oh, free achievement. Where's the free achievement? Q. Q. Oh, yes. I'm coming. I'm gonna get the... Gonna get it. This works. Okay, this is...
Now here's something special.
This
You
feels
remember
a
that
bit-
broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology
Okay.
to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this
okay.
lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
This
It's
feels-
as simple as that.
This feels... You know what? I've got the bucket of reassurance, so I feel okay.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Right, well. Okay. Infinite
What
hole.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole. I want to see the infinite hole. Oh. Time and depth. Opening. Depth. Infinite. Hole. More hole. A lot of hole. Okay.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Sorry?
Bin stream.
Now, I don't mean
Bin
to be
stream
a bummer,
too.
but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum.
That's
of
fine.
things.
It's fine. You said this hole is infinite, so I can fall as long as I like.
Are you aware that it's 10 past 10?
Or is it
Okay,
10 past?
Stanley,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite
Just finishing the
nature of
hole,
the hole.
and then...
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
You mug.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Should have asked
I
someone
figured
who
the
didn't
hole was as
spend
deep as
2 hours
anyone
in
would
the bin.
actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Right. Time to quit the game for now. Thank you all, and thank you for staying a few minutes extra, mods, because I really enjoyed the Infinite Hole. And thank you everyone for joining me. I'm gonna play more Stanley Parable next stream. I feel like the Stanley Parable has probably maybe 3 streams in it. It's shorter than I recall, but there's still a lot to explore. So yes, so we're gonna raid Finn. What's Finn playing at the moment? Everyone is saying jump back in. Obviously, I'm gonna jump back in, but that's like assuming that I come back to the same position and it doesn't completely reset me. Obviously, I'm gonna jump in the hole again first thing. Oh no! Oh yeah, friendship ended with the bucket. Now the hole is my best friend. Yes, indeed. Finn is playing Inscription. Ah, wonderful, lovely game. Obviously our raid phrase is Treatise Manifesto. Treatise Manifesto, and just keep typing that as many times as you like. On Sunday, me and Sash will be doing a MacGuffin and Company board game stream over on the MacGuffin & Co channel, twitch.tv/MacGuffin & Co. And on next Monday, Sash will be doing the next part of his Jane Austen book club, currently reading Persuasion on twitch.tv/Sasha Sienna. So thank you all, and yes, time for a raid. Okay. Katrina Robin, thank you, Jim, for the treaties and the manifesto. You are most welcome. Right, well, sure as my name's Jim, I'll see y'all next Friday. Same Jim time, same Jim channel. Bye-bye!